And I think of another time. We were rehearsing for the first Donald Brown album I did called Getting Down to Business. And, the musicians were Donald Byrd and Bobby Hutcherson and Kenny Garrett, Peter Washington and Al Foster. And but we rehearsed this Bobby Hutcherson tune called Pomponio. And so as I was kind of playing through the music, he had this chord in there, like a E flat minor triad inverted and a D minor triad. Right? And man, when I hit that chord, Kenny Garrett and everybody was running over to the piano. Man, what's that chord? And I just told myself, just this. And man, from that one chord again, because then I figured out, okay, this is the inversion he used, but I can use root position, E flat minor and D minor. And it sounds a little different. But then I can't even remember what the original root was, but I figured out, okay, well, I can use it, here it is on E flat minor. But here it is on C in the root. Here it is with B as the root. Right? And here it is with D as the root. So it's D as the root, I might think it was D7. But when I use F as the root, F7, F Phrygian. So just kind of moving the root around, and the inversion, you start figuring out, oh man, that's kind of nice. And then later I figured out, well, what if, okay, so the root's going down in half steps. Here's C minor, then B minor. Then I thought about it, well, that's C minor. What if I keep that pattern going? C minor, down half step to B minor, down half step to B flat. Right, and then if I down half step to A minor, A flat minor. But then I think about if I orchestrated that for, orchestra, that would be a killer chord. But then if I'm playing on the ballad and arpeggiated, it's another thing. So again, so that was root position. C minor, B minor, B flat minor. But then if I invert it, C minor, exact same three chords, but they inverted. And so, but then I started thinking about, here it is. What if I arpeggiated and made it like a line? C minor. So if I play, all over C minor. Right? I could take it into some other things. And so, but the other thing, I always tell students compositionally, is, try arpeggiating it, and then, and sometimes I feel like maybe that's the difference in some of the things I do, that sometimes, other composers might not spend the time doing, is that if you always tell students to make sure you have a synthesizer, and even at least a Fender Rhodes, but because this same chord, if you play that same chord with a Fender Rhodes sound, you're gonna hear something totally different. If you hear it with a guitar sound, you're gonna hear something different. If you hear it with a flute patch, it's gonna sound one way to it. If you hear it with a string patch, and then the same thing, move it around octaves, right? Instead of here, see what it sounds like here. So this could be three clarinets, flutes, and strings, it's whatever. And play together, arpeggiated like that is one thing, but play together, you get something totally different. And so